All righty, everyone. Welcome to What It Takes. My name is Kevin Shaw, and I am on the training team, manager of the training team. We have an entire team dedicated to helping you as coaches reach their potential. If you are a diamond coach or above, guys, check out FAQ 7581 to learn more about how we can help you achieve your goals. Now, What It Takes is a mini series where we ask the same coaches questions to elite coaches, and they talk about what it takes to become an elite coach. Today, we are talking with a 9-star diamond 2018 elite coach and co-founder of Team Hustle with Heart, Molly Asplin. Molly, welcome to What It Takes.
Awesome. I can't wait to be here.
This is great. Hey, so before we get started, tell us just a little bit about yourself.
So I am from Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm married to my husband, Steve. We're expecting our first baby in August. And I've been coaching for just about 3 years now.
I love that. And congratulations on the baby. That's awesome.
Thanks.
Okay, so let's jump right on into this. Molly, how were you introduced to Beachbody?
So I started for the coaching opportunity, really looking for more fulfillment. I have a background in corporate finance. And so, right after college, I got going in corporate America and I liked my job. I was really pretty happy with it. But I remember being at a fitness class one day at my corporation over my lunch hour. And the fitness instructor and I got to talking after class, and I was like, I'd really like to do something with health and fitness on the side. And during college, I had personal trained and group fitness instructor, so it was always kind of a part of me. But I didn't know in what fashion I wanted that to be in. And so Katie was her name. She's my coach. She said, have you ever thought about Beachbody coaching? And I was like, I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool. And we talked about it just a little bit, and I signed up.
Whoa, just like that.
Yeah, I was a pretty easy sell. But I just, I liked what it stood for, and I'm like, well, I'll figure it out as I go.
There you go. That's a great introduction to Beachbody. All right. So now that you signed up, describe what those early days look like for you.
So in the beginning, I was very 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And honestly, that didn't really work. I was kind of dabbling in Beachbody programs and doing my own thing on the side. I wasn't posting consistently on social media. I wasn't sharing my journey. And, I would attract a few people here and there, but it wasn't working. Like I learned early on, the light switch has to be on or off. There's no in between. And so eventually I said, Molly, this is something you believe in. You love these products, you like the workouts. And if it's something you believe in, then why not just share about it? And I'm someone who had a really hard time putting myself out there, which I hear from a lot of new coaches. I was scared, and I'm a people pleaser at heart. So I was just really worried about judgment and what other people would think. But at the end of the day, if we believe in it, right, then it really shouldn't matter. So I started sharing my journey like consistently. And I remember putting my first before and after photo up and like pressing post and walking away from my phone. But that's really what started it for me, was that first transformation photo. And then I consistently shared thereafter. And that's when I hit Success Club. I signed up my first few coaches, and it kind of propelled my journey.
So I got to ask, is it easier now?
Yeah, it's so much. Now I don't even think about it.
Yeah. A lot of coaches, I love that you took us through that journey. So many coaches have those exact same thoughts and fears that you just talked about. And I love the analogy of the light switch on or off. Like, guys, and what I use is the fence. You either get off the fence. Like, you're not going to be successful staying on the fence. You have to physically get off and make the decision to move forward. And if you want this, you're going to have, I think Brendan Bouchard, he calls it success tax. You're going to have success tax, and that's criticism, and that's okay. But it's worth what you're going after. So Molly, that was wonderfully said. Thank you for saying that. Okay. So what do you feel are some attributes or habits you have that contribute to your success?
I think especially in the beginning and even still, to have a really patient yet driven mindset. So what I mean by that is, that first before and after photo, I didn't sign up 20 people all at once, right? I signed up a few and that was awesome, but I had to stay consistent. And I was doing all the right things, but it wasn't like it was happening fast. I wasn't someone who went diamond in a month. I actually didn't go diamond in 6 months, but along the way, I was constantly hitting Success Club. I was constantly trying to help more people than I had helped in the prior month. And so I was moving my needle forward, even though it didn't necessarily feel bright and shiny. And I wasn't getting a lot of recognition or anything like that in the beginning. But just that patience mindset is so huge. And so often I see coaches doing everything that they should be, they just don't do it for long enough. And then I think the other thing is having a mindset to constantly challenge and grow yourself. So, I really try not to play comparison game. I know that can be tough, but I really try to just keep my blinders on and work on Molly and constantly beat Molly last month or, beat Molly last year, because those are the standards that I want to set for myself. And that does involve adapting, changing, trying new things, keeping what works, but tweaking what's not working.
Man, this is great stuff. The guys, you probably are doing the right stuff. Well, yeah, we can all improve, but you're probably doing the right stuff. But we're in the delayed response industry where the time you put in today doesn't pay off tomorrow. This is a delayed. It pays off over time. I've listened to Amy Silverman talk about how she's been working on people for 6 years before they say yes. And I love the patience factor. I love everything that you said there, because that's so true. Don't get discouraged. You're doing the right things. Things will happen. It's the compound effect. Boy, I'm referencing tons of books here. But you put in a lot of time, you don't see a lot of results, but over time they will compound to where you're seeing more results than the effort you are putting in. So great advice, Molly. I love that. Okay, so what advice do you have for a brand new coach who doesn't know where to start? What can they start doing today to achieve long-term success?
Honestly, I think rocking their own journey. So starting and finishing a Beachbody program in its entirety, like go all in on it and share your own journey. And even if you're scared to death to talk to people, if you're just working on yourself and you're sharing that, it attracts people. And that's the really cool thing about Beachbody is it's really just a journey of personal growth. So working on your own health and fitness, rocking your nutrition, feeling really good yourself, and then of course, personal development. And if you find personal development that really lights you up, right? Like the books that I read and the podcasts that I listen to, maybe you want nothing to do with them, but finding that PD that lights your fire and then going and sharing it and applying it. And if you just work on you, it seems like everything else really falls into place.
Yep, it does. Yeah, I love the passionate part, because if you're not passionate about it, people will know, and they're not going to pay. They're not going to say, "Yeah, I want to join a vanilla team." No, they want to be part of a passionate team.
Yeah.
Like that. Okay. What about the coach who is struggling, or the one who's thinking about giving up? What advice do you have for them?
I would ask them, are you working on you? I think it's so easy to just point the finger and say, this isn't working. I've been doing everything and it's not working. But are you truly working on you? And are you truly doing these vital behaviors that we hear about? So are you doing personal development every day? Are you actually talking to people? Are you sharing consistently on social media? And just kind of looking at yourself in the mirror and giving yourself that gut check on, am I really doing what I'm supposed to be doing? It's easy to show up on social media and not get anything done, but to truly be intentional about this business, it does take some work and it takes some focus and tuning other things out. So I think really just showing up for you in the right way and being intentional about it is what you've got to think about before you decide, oh, this just isn't for me.
Yep. Focus on you. Great stuff. Okay. Last question on advice. What is the best advice someone has given you regarding your business?
Someone told me, speak to the girl who you were before you became a coach.
Love that.
And that, or girl or guy, you know, and that was huge for me because in the beginning I was trying to speak to everyone. And if you try to speak to everyone, you don't speak to anyone. Maybe you guys have heard that before, but there's this beautiful piece of authenticity that if you can truly just be your authentic self, and personal development will help with that. But if you can just get real and raw to talking to Molly 3 years ago, you're going to be genuine, you're going to be real, and you're going to attract the right people, right? I'm not trying to attract my dad. I'm trying to attract the other Mollys out there. So just truly being authentic to yourself and speaking vulnerably to that person.
Yep. You got to open up. Yes. Love that advice, guys. That's something, if you can figure that out and you can honestly talk to the you however many years ago, you'll find them. You'll find the right stuff. Okay, on to the speed round. Molly, this is where we're looking for rapid answers here. Now, question number 1, on average, how much time do you spend working your business per day?
About 8 hours.
Okay. And what is your average SC each month?
40.
Okay. And what was it like in the beginning for you, SC-wise?
It started off 6 for a few months, and then I said, why are you sitting at 6? Like, do 10, try for 10. So then it was 10, and then I just always try to beat it from there on out. And now, 40.
I like that mindset. Trying to beat it. Good. What percentage of time do you focus on your own business versus your team?
About 80% on my own and about 20% on the team.
Has that ever changed, or has that mostly been how it's been for you?
It's been really pretty consistent. In the beginning, I think it was probably 100% me, right? Right when you're starting off, you don't have a team. And then maybe a 90-10, but right around 90-10 or 80-20.
Okay, good stuff. And how many coaches do you enroll each month?
About 10 coaches, 10 working coaches.
That's awesome. Okay, it is time for my favorite section. This is questions from a hat. This is the hardest question for people to answer. Oh, Mom, one just fell out. That's got to be the one. Okay, Molly. Oh, watch out. If you were to get a tattoo, and I don't know if you do or not, if you were to get one, what would it say, or what would the graphic be?
Oh my God, well, I would never get a tattoo.
Well, you had to get one.
It would probably be like some cool quote, like in a really like subtle area, like on my foot or something.
I love how these questions stump everybody. Okay, guys, this was a phenomenal session of What It Takes. Guys, I can't stress it enough. These coaches who come on here are explaining exactly what it takes to become successful. We're asking the exact same questions to every single one, and we're not telling them to say, we say whatever you want. But what they're saying is very consistent. If you watch enough of these, you'll see a central theme come out. I promise you, Molly went over it exactly the same as well. It comes down to just being consistent, comes down to being you, it comes down to putting in the hours, and it will work. It will get off the fence, the compound effect will come into play, and success is in your future, but you have to make that decision. So Molly, thank you so much today for joining us on What It Takes.
Absolutely. Thanks, Kevin.